Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing you another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Mattel WWE Basic Series 106 and 107, at least all the figures that I was interested in these two waves. So we've got Carmella from Series 106, that was actually the only figure I was interested in that wave, and of course we got the Chase variant of Carmella as well. Then for Series 107, I got the majority of the wave. We've got Bianca Belair. I believe it's the first time they made a figure of her. And I believe her husband and his partner are going to be coming out in Series 108. We've got yet another version of Braun Strowman. We've got The Rock. And then we've got Shinsuke Nakamura, as well as the Chase variant of his. So let's check out Series 106 first. So here is Series 106. Pretty much with wrestling figures, I try to get all the females they release, as well as any of the males that are pretty much fully clothed, or I think I can use them for something in my action figure world, usually for civilians, or henchmen, or muscle of some sort. So this wave, Series 106, got Carmella with the blonde hair and blue outfit, as well as Carmella with the brown hair and red outfit. That's the Chase variant. I picked up the entire Series 106, or at least the one figure I wanted, and then very shortly after found 107, both at Walmart. Didn't locate the Chase variants, and I know if you keep hitting stores, you will find them eventually. But I checked eBay, and I was able to get both the Chase variants for less than $20, including shipping, so I said, why not? It'll stop me from having to go to the store so often. So let's go and check out the packaging here. You can see Series 106 up top, Carmella, there's a picture of her in the background, and they use the same picture of the regular release on both of them. Here in the back side, it shows you the rest of the wave. Now all these guys didn't have shirts on, so I find it hard to use them for a lot in my action figure world, besides the actual wrestler. And I get these to enhance my action figure world building, mostly my Batman world. There's a barcode for the regular Carmella. And then there's a barcode for the Chase variant. Looks like they're actually the same barcode, so unfortunately, that is not going to help you at all. So, let's crack them open. And so here is Series 107. Just like Series 106, at the store, I didn't see the Chase variant of Shinsuke, so I went to eBay. I got it for about $17. It was worth the extra $7 to prevent me from going to the store over and over again and maybe find him, and maybe not. So, for starters, here's his package, Series 107. Name down below, picture of him in the back. Here's his blue jumpsuit, the Chase variant version of him. On the back, here are the rest of the figures in the wave. This will be the only guy I did not pick up, as he was shirtless, and it's harder to use him in my action figure world building that way. So here's the barcode, in case that helps anybody, but keep in mind, the Chase variant barcode is the same as the regular version, so it's probably not going to help you. Then we've got the regular release. Like I said, the same barcode there. Then, of course, we've got The Rock. There's his barcode. Another Braun Strowman. Biggest figure here. Best value out of these guys. Here's his barcode. And the figure I'm looking forward to the most. Bianca here. First time in the line, which is pretty cool. And I really like that huge braid going down her side. And there's her barcode for those that it helps. So, let's go ahead and crack open both these series. Alright, now that we got these figures out of the package, here they are with all of their accessories laid out. And that was kind of a joke, seeing as how they don't come with a single accessory between these 7 figures. But don't forget, these are basic figures, meaning they're going to be pretty cheap. They run for less than $10. Their articulation is going to be less than the elite figures, but it's not too bad. And they don't come with a single accessory between these 7 figures. Now, some basic figures do have an accessory or two, but none of these do. So, from left to right, first we've got Carmella, then the Chase variant of Carmella, then The Rock, Braun Strowman, Bianca Belair, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Chase variant of Shinsuke Nakamura. So in this video, I'd like to look at each figure one by one, check out some different versions of the same character, check out their articulation, and overall, just look at these figures. So, let's start with the Series 106 Carmella. So, let's start off by looking at Carmella here. She's from Series 106. Like I said before, she was the only figure from that series I decided to purchase. So let's check her out. This is the regular release on the left and the chase variant on the right. Her hair is huge, flowing down, tied at the top. I must say, I think her face looks pretty good. The makeup, the smile, the nose, it's all pretty on point on this one. Her top says fabulous on it. A little darker legs, got to be some sort of tights or pants or leggings on there. The back, Carmella, the C, Mella. Overall, she looks pretty good. Now the chase variant here, pretty much the same face. Obviously the hair is completely different colored, but mine is a little bit worse paint job on this one. She's got a little something on the top of her forehead there. Not a big deal, just a little annoying. It says fabulous on her top as well. Going a little lower, the figure is the exact same mold, simply painted a little bit differently. Mella, Money. And so let's check out her articulation. They are the exact same figure, so I'm not going to do it twice. Starting off with her head here, can rotate around. The hair is soft, it can go over her shoulders. She's able to look down and up just a tad, not much there at all. Shoulders on a ball joint, they can go up more than 90 degrees. Not too bad there. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. No bicep cut. Single jointed elbows, going a little bit less than 90 degrees. There's a swivel as well. Her wrists simply can rotate around. Traditional waist swivel down here. Her torso is all one solid piece. Legs are on a ball joint. They can go out about that far. Go forward about that far. And back really not at all. Single jointed knees. Go back less than 90 degrees. Foot has rotation above the shoe. And that is about it. Here they are, next to the other two Carmella figures that I have. I believe there's at least two more that I don't have. I'll see if I can track them down for a good price. Now let's take a look at The Rock. He's in black pants with a white stripe down the side, black tank top with white lining, black shoes with white lining as well. So let's check him out. His face, he's got that Dwayne Johnson look to him. A little bit too smiley for my likes. The tattoos look excellent on both arms and shoulders. For a basic figure, that's a pretty nice paint job. He's got the tank top at the top, little white trim. His pants, black, white strips on the side. Not too much else going on with this guy. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, it can rotate around, no problem. He can look down about that far, up about that far, so not too bad there. Shoulders on a ball joint, then go up quite a bit more than 90 degrees. Pleasant surprise there. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. No bicep cut there. His elbows, then go in single jointed, just about even 90 degrees there. There is also a swivel in the elbow. His wrists can rotate around. It's also got a hinge in there. One solid piece in his torso here. Traditional waist swivel below that. His legs have an old style T-crotch. They can only go up and down like so. Forward that far. Back pretty much not at all. Single jointed knees here. Not quite 90 degrees, but close. Then his foot here. It can rotate a little bit. Here he is, next to all the other Rock figures I have. All three of these are basic releases. I noticed the evolution of the tattoo on the two older Rock figures. They have pretty much no tattoo on their right shoulder, but the new one does. Another thing I noticed, all three of these guys have different head sculpts, but I'll tell you the Series 107 newest Rock looks the most like Dwayne Johnson. Now there are a ton of other Rock figures out there that I don't have, but I'm not feeling the way most of those look for my action figure world building. Now let's look at Braun Strowman. This guy's the tallest and largest figure from the wave. So, looking at his head here, he's got that thick Strowman beard. He's got his head shaved on the sides, hair slicked back into a ponytail on the back there, tattoos all over his arm. His shirt says, "Get these hands," and I must say they did it in a kind of lazy fashion. Notice where the sculpting line is on his shirt, and they just sort of painted it a little bit higher up. A little lazy there. He's got his sort of camo pants on, belt, boots down there. Not too much else going on with this figure. And now let's look at his articulation. Starting with his head here. It can rotate around, but not too much. His beard kind of prevents it from going any further than that. As far as up and down motion goes, not much of that as well. Shoulders here, they're on a ball joint. They can go up a whole bunch more 90 degrees. Pretty nice. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. No bicep cut. Single jointed elbow, not quite 90 degrees, and it has a swivel as well. His wrists can rotate around, and it's hinged. Solid piece in the torso here. Traditional waist swivel, T-crotch articulation. Legs can go forward about that much. Back, quite a bit. Single jointed knees, complete 90-degree bend. Then he's got a boot cut below that. Here he is, next to all the other Braun Strowman figures that I have. On the left, the first four are all basic figures. On the right, the last three are elite figures. The very first two are the exact same Braun Strowman. They both came with the breakaway car, and I wanted two of those cars, so I ended up with two of these figures. And on the right hand side, you may notice the very last guy sure does not have a Braun Strowman head on. Since I had about two of the same bodies, I took an extra head of a tough guy, sort of thug, muscle, henchman type guy, and decided to make a different character. One thing I will point out about the Series 107 Basic Braun Strowman, his head sculpt is different from the other basic Braun Strowmans. I like having a little variety like that. The next Braun Strowman I should get is going to be Series, I believe, 76 Elite. Looking forward to him. I believe he's a different body and head sculpt than before. Now let's check out Bianca Blair. This is the first time they've made this wrestler in figure form, and that definitely appeals to me. So one noticeable thing about her is that giant long braid. That thing's cool. It looks great. See her face here. Got those red lips. On her sort of top, she's got a picture of lips on her chest. Going a little down. Some logo down her pants. Bunch of what appears to be lip tattoos on her back. Looking pretty decent there. One thing I will point out, on her top area here, they were lazy with that as well. You can see where the original sculpt was. They just simply painted the whole thing black to get their desired result. A little lazy there. And now, let's look at her articulation. Starting with her head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. Look down about that far, up about that far. Shoulders on a ball joint, it would go out quite a bit more than 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. No bicep cut. Single jointed elbows, not quite 90 degrees. Swivel. Hand simply has rotation there. Her torso, one solid piece. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs are in a ball joint. They can go about this far. She cannot do the full splits. They go up about that far. Back, really not at all. Single jointed knees and go out almost 90 degrees. And then she's got a boot cut below that. And of course, this being the first time they've made a Bianca figure, there are no other Bianca figures to compare it to. And one other thing I wanted to point out, on my particular version, on her left foot, a little bit of green paint it looks like down there. Not sure how that could have happened. Didn't see that in the package there. And the final figure to check out is Shinsuke Nakamura. On the left, in the black suit with the red highlights, that is the regular release. And on the right, the blue suit with the black highlights, that's the Chase variant release. So let's go and check him out. This guy always has a really sort of weird looking face to me. His hair shaved on one side and long on the other. He kind of looks like he had a stroke or something. His right eye is always shut more than his left one. And his mouth is like black on the inside. He's always got something weird going on with his mouth. So his outfit, nothing too special about it. I honestly had this figure in the store and I thought, should I get this guy? Can I really use him for something? But he is sort of wearing some regular-ish looking clothes. And he's only $9, so I said, what the heck? And of course, when I had him, I had to get the Chase variant. If I'm going to go ahead, got to go all in. I'm going to point out he's got a couple of paint scuffs on his face here. Not really feeling that. Both these figures from 106 and 107, the Chase variant has a worse paint job than the regular. And now, let's check out his articulation. These guys being the identical sculpt, I'm not going to bother going over the articulation twice. So starting with his head here, can rotate around, no problem. Can look down about that far, up about that far, not too bad there. Shoulders on a ball joint, more than 90 degrees. Single jointed elbows, pretty much a full 90-degree bend. Then it's got a swivel as well. His wrist here can rotate around and it's hinged. Torso is one solid piece. Traditional waist swivel below that. It's got the T crotch the basic figures are known for. Legs can go in about that far and back, really not too much. Single jointed knees, then go back pretty far, more than I expected. And then his foot here can rotate around. And this is actually the first Shinsuke Nakamura figure that I've gotten. Typically their releases aren't very useful for me, as either they're in an outfit that's kind of ridiculous, or they're half naked and not too useful in my overall action figure world building. So if I were to tell you which one of these figures was my favorite, and work my way to the least favorite ones, my favorite's going to be Bianca. I just really like that braid. For the most part, she looks pretty good. Next will be Braun Strowman. That figure is always nice. Big, huge, hulking guy. Then Carmella. Then The Rock. And then Shinsuke. Here they are, next to some other wrestling basic figures. Here they are, next to some other wrestling elite figures. Here they are, next to some female wrestling figures. On the left, the first two are basic figures. And on the right, the last two are elite figures. Next, let's check them out, compared with some other action figure lines from different various companies, to see how they fit in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix them with. Here they are, next to some DST, or Diamond Select toys. And here they are, next to some McFarlane toys. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Here they are, with some NECA figures. And here they are, next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Next, here they are with some of their Mattel brothers and sisters. Here they are with some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here they are next to some Mafex figures. Then, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here they are with some SH Figure Arts action figures. And some Jazzwares figures. So overall, Series 106 was a little bit disappointing, as I only really wanted one figure from the entire wave. And Series 107 was a little bit better. I probably could have done without Shinsuke Nakamura, but like I said, $9, why not? These are basic figures, so they're not going to be as detailed or articulated as the elite figures, but you can still find some pretty cool ones out there. Of all the figures in front of you, Bianca is my favorite, followed by Braun Strowman. Overall, it's a good value for the price of these basic figures, but there's a little bit of shortcomings as well. I pointed out some laziness on Mattel's part, but $9 a figure, I can kind of understand that. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.